What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, or EI, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions, as well as influence the emotions of those around you. This concept was popularized by psychologist Daniel Goleman, who highlighted that EI consists of 5 core elements: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Importance for personal and professional success. Studies show that emotional intelligence has a direct impact on success, often equal to or greater than IQ. TalentSmart conducted extensive research and found that 90% of top-performing professionals have high emotional intelligence, while only 20% of low performers share this trait. This suggests that professional success and personal fulfillment depend more on the ability to understand and manage emotions than solely on intellectual ability. Real-life impact. Picture a high-pressure situation, like an important meeting at work. A person with high emotional intelligence can handle nervousness, communicate assertively, and even influence the room's energy to create a more positive atmosphere. On the other hand, someone with low EI might become stressed, defensive, or even miss the chance to contribute constructively. Self-awareness, the foundation of it all. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, including how those feelings affect your thoughts, behaviors, and surroundings. Self-aware people recognize their emotional triggers and have clarity about their values, motivations, and strengths. Studies on self-awareness. Research from the University of California highlights that individuals who practice self-awareness, observing and reflecting on their emotions regularly, show a reduced tendency to react impulsively. One study found that professionals who logged their emotions throughout the day and reviewed these records frequently experienced lower stress levels and handled pressure situations more effectively. Practical exercise. To develop self-awareness, set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on how you felt during different moments and what triggered those emotions. The practice of emotional journaling is highly effective for spotting patterns and gaining better self-knowledge. Try jotting down your thoughts and feelings in the morning or at the end of the day to increase emotional clarity. Self-regulation, controlling reactivity. Definition of self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to manage impulsive reactions and adapt to changes. It means recognizing an emotional impulse, like anger or frustration, and choosing an appropriate response rather than reacting automatically. Scientific studies on self-regulation. According to a study by Harvard Medical School, techniques like deep breathing and mindfulness meditation are powerful tools for developing self-regulation. Mindfulness practices increase activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-control and planning. This strengthens the ability to think before acting and choose a conscious response. Example in the workplace. CEOs and leaders of large companies who cultivate self-regulation are less likely to make impulsive decisions. For instance, a behavioral study with executives showed that those who practiced emotional regulation techniques, like breathing exercises or a brief pause to reflect, were 25% less likely to make costly mistakes in important decisions. Practical tips. Try incorporating mindful pauses throughout your day. When you feel an intense emotion, like anger or anxiety, take a few deep breaths and count to 10 before acting. This helps reduce emotional reactivity and promotes a more balanced response. Motivation, the inner drive. Motivation, in terms of emotional intelligence, is tied to a genuine desire to achieve goals for reasons beyond external rewards. Intrinsically motivated people are driven by values, purpose, and passion, making them more inclined to persist in their goals over the long term. Research on motivation, a study by Yale University, showed that individuals who identify a purpose in their actions are 32% more likely to stay disciplined and perseverant, especially in challenging situations. The feeling of being connected to something bigger helps overcome obstacles. Think about a goal you have. Ask yourself, why is this important to me? The deeper the reason, the stronger your motivation will be. An example is a teacher who passionately dedicates himself to teaching, not just to earn a paycheck, but because he believes in the transformative power of education in students' lives. This purpose gives him the strength to continue, even when he faces challenges. Whenever you feel a lack of motivation, visualize the positive impact of what you're doing or try to connect the task to something that truly matters to you. Empathy, the connection with others. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a vital component in building deep and healthy relationships. Empathy allows people to feel understood and respected, which strengthens bonds and improves communication. Scientific studies on empathy. Researchers at Stanford conducted an experiment with work teams and found that groups in which members practiced empathy were 40% more productive than groups that did not prioritize this practice. Empathy improved collaboration and creativity, as people felt more comfortable sharing ideas. How to practice empathy. In conflict situations, instead of listening just to respond, try listening to understand. This means genuinely paying attention to what the other person is feeling and showing interest without judging or offering immediate solutions. Example: in the workplace, an empathetic person notices when a colleague is overwhelmed and offers help. Or when dealing with a difficult client, they can put themselves in their shoes, understanding the frustration and patiently looking for solutions. Social skills, the power of connections. Social skills consist of the ability to interact well with others, build support networks, and resolve conflicts in a healthy way. They are the foundation for positive interpersonal relationships, essential both in personal and professional life. Studies and impact on professional success. According to psychological science, people with high emotional intelligence are more skilled at influencing and persuading others. Social skills are also directly associated with success in leadership positions, as they promote a collaborative environment. Practical tip: to strengthen your social skills, try listening more than speaking in interactions. By giving space for others to express themselves, you build trust and create an environment where people feel valued and understood. And what if I told you that emotional intelligence can be trained like a muscle? The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. You don't have to be born with this skill. It's something you can develop over time. If you decide to invest in self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, motivation, and social skills, you're building a solid foundation for a balanced and successful future. Small changes, practiced daily, bring extraordinary results. So next time you face a challenge, take a deep breath, connect with your purpose, and remember, true strength comes from within. Share this video with someone who could also benefit from these strategies, and subscribe to the channel for more content on living with greater balance and purpose. See you in the next video.